Look Outreach is underwritten by the generous support of Munter Enterprises. Family owned and operated since 1972, integrity is important, as our family name is on every project. Our word is our bond. Munter Enterprises. Just build it.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, I have a secret I'm going to share with you. What you don't know is that whenever John comes in, the interview takes about 7 minutes, and before the interview takes about 2 hours, because John and I wander into all of these conversations about music. Today, Bulgarian folk music, tunings in 5/4, not tunings, but meters in 5/4 and 7/4, and of course a heavy dose of Beatles, right?
And don't forget ancient church modes.
Oh yeah, that's right, ancient church modes. I don't know how we got on that one, but nonetheless, this is Jonathan Newell. He's the executive director, Hudson River Music Hall and the Strand Theatre. And we always love to have John in because we want to find out what's going on over there. You know the movie Field of Dreams? Well, it's sitting right here, so here we go. Let's talk about the Strand.
Okay, so the Strand, we just got a grant for $130,000 from Senator Little's office. So we are installing heat for the first time in our 7-year history. We actually will feel warm in the wintertime. So we have a new heating system and air conditioning, and we're expanding the stage, and we're opening the balcony up. So those are happening right now. It's a beehive over there.
So did the 9-foot Steinway survive the transition from no heat to heat?
It's doing just fine.
Is it great?
We're going to use it this Sunday. We have a tribute to Baroque music, and I'm playing the Bach Brandenburg Concerto No. 5 on that Steinway. So we have a great local orchestra of high school students and some professional players, and I get to play that great music on the piano.
Well, if ever you wanted a description of Field of Dreams, I think he just said it, by the way. One thing that really has surprised me, my wife and I were over for John's birthday party. Mark Abadili, look out goes to Mark Abadili, who really helped organize that event. But John had a whole bunch of musicians in there, and we took a tour of the main theater area, and the work to date is absolutely amazing. It just really is. The effort of the people that you put together to get this, bring this theater back to life.
The people that come to it, the people that show up. And I remember when we first bought the theater, what we were excited the most about is who are we going to meet in the next year or 5 years or 10 years? What are we going to come across? What's going to happen to us? You know, because we had, you can create a business plan, but at the same time, it's got to create itself too.
That's right.
So the people that show up and that are helping out with this and the energy they bring and the expertise they bring is amazing. There's serendipity happening all the time.
Yeah, case in point, this person over there right now doing plaster work, who's a real craftsman, is helping to restore a lot of the original plaster design, right?
And he's he's a guitarist. He's retired. He's 70 years old. He's a great finger picker style guitarist.
Nice.
And so we just got into a conversation. So what did you do with your career? Oh, I was a plasterer. I'm like, well, what kind of plastering? Oh, I worked on old theaters. I'm like, are you kidding me? So let me show you this. So I took him over to the Strand. Oh, I can do that. That's easy. So he comes over 1 to 2 days a week. Steve. Thank you, Steve. Yeah.
So we've got expansion on the stage, but there's something going on with the flooring because you seem to be attracting more and more regional companies and companies, dance companies, right?
Right, and we had always made this pitch that Hudson Falls was on the train line from New York to Montreal. So we have a ballet company from New York City coming up and performing this Saturday. They're going to come up, and they're going to be our resident company, as a matter of fact. So we are sponsoring them. It's a touring company based out of New York, and so they will come up and test out their programs before they go out on tour. So this Saturday is a meet and greet and a little bit of a demonstration of what they'll do. So, and it's easy access for them. We have Steinway artists coming up from New York, and they take the train from Penn Station up to Hudson, up to Fort Edward.
Yeah, sure.
And then they're in Hudson Falls. So, so this dance company is also helping us invest in that space as being a great dance venue. So we're pushing the stage wall back. So we built the stage that's in there right now, and it's 16 feet deep. Right. So it's now going to become 24 feet deep. It'll be 32 feet wide, and they're investing in a sprung floor for us.
Oh.
And I don't know about all the other venues around and how many sprung floors there are,
Right.
but this will have a 32-foot by 24-foot sprung floor.
You
for
know, I want
dance.
to just let our viewers know a sprung floor is a specially designed floor that actually has a give so that when the dancers come down on point, they don't break their ankles, really, is what we're talking about here. And there's also a special kind of linoleum that has a lot to do with the friction and other things. So designing a dance floor is not just, hey, let's throw a floor down.
It's
right?
really exciting. It's just
Yes,
that
it's very
it goes
exciting.
into the things that we can offer. So we know we can offer rock and roll, and we can do chamber music, and we can do jazz, but to be able to offer dance in this space with the acoustics, so that marriage of music and movement, it's really going to be a special place, and it's so intimate. As we open up the balcony and get that ready, the balcony is only about 18 feet from the front of the stage.
Right.
So you're so close to be able to see the expressions, see the muscle movement, and really watch people at their craft.
You know, I was over at the theater way back in the beginning. I think you had called me up and said, hey, we just got the Steinway in, want to come over? And I remember very clearly standing right at the piano to listen to the acoustics and then walking around the theater and up in the balcony. And one thing really struck me about the design of the theater, it's wider and closer to the performance than a lot of traditional theaters that tend to be long and narrow with very, very steeply raked balconies.
Right. And that's because we moved the stage forward.
Yes.
And so part of this theater, it was an old vaudeville and movie house. So there was no performer support. There's no dressing rooms, no green room or anything like that. So we had to move the stage forward so that we could build the performer support directly behind it.
Yeah.
So in the original stage house, we're building a 3-story structure for storage, for green room, for dressing rooms, rehearsal space, classrooms if we need them. So it's opened up a lot of possibilities, and it's created this unique theater space that's intimate, and acoustically, it's right in your face also.
Oh, you have to look. Go to mystrandtheatre.org. I think you'll agree with me. You'll be very impressed. The theater is booked. It's booked quite a bit, and the range of artists that are coming into the theater is very impressive. mystrandtheatre.org. A lot of work going on over there. They need donations, they're getting grants, but they need the help from the community. And please attend, support the Strand Theatre, and support John and his team. It doesn't get any better. I'm just telling you, it doesn't. All right, we made it through another interview.
That was it?
Yeah, you were. So we'll have you back again, all right?
Okay, I'll see
How
you
about tomorrow?
I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, great to see you,
Great,
John.
thank you.
You're quite welcome. To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.